Welcome back to this episode of Pottawattamie County Roots. I'm Todd Studer, and glad to have you. We have in our virtual studio today, we're going old school with Rachel Hamilton. She is the CEO of Marne Elkhorn Communications. Good to see you again. Thank you so much for being on.
Thanks, Todd. I guess I need to venture to your neck of the woods and come to the real studio as opposed to the virtual.
Look behind me. Yeah, we've got a studio. See, I'll get out of the way. There's a studio back there.
Hey, I'm always up for a road trip, so that sounds great.
That would be fun. Talking about road trips, you guys have been out and about. If folks live in Crescent, chances are they've seen your trucks. They may have even talked to some of you because you're bringing your service there.
We are. We get pretty excited this time of year when the weather gets warm and the guys can get back outside. Looking to spend a significant investment in Crescent this spring by burying fiber to the homes and the businesses within the city limits. So our staff are excited. They're energized. We have a big push to the Crescent residents right now. We will bury fiber to your home free, and we need people to engage with our communications to them. It is a significant investment, and while we are there and our contractors are there, there is no cost to the customer to get that fiber to their home or their premise. I know that's not typical for all service providers to bury the fiber for free, but that's what we do when we're in town. And so we are encouraging everyone, whether they think they'll use it or not, to take it.
How long do folks have to sign up for this? Because you can't be doing this forever. So
correct.
Yeah.
So our go date is 2 weeks from today. Around then is when we'll start going home to home and actually physically burying the fiber. And we anticipate it'll take 3 to 4 months to get everything done. So we will be around for a while, but it is very difficult for the contractors to stop and go back. And so we like to get everything lined up and make it easy for them as we're going into town, and to have a plan for us and for them really about which streets we're going down to this week and all of that. And so we have been excited about the response we've received, but there's still a lot of people that have not responded. And we really would like them to take a minute. If they don't understand the process or what it means to them, call our offices. You get a real live person every time, unless everyone's on the phone. But yeah,
How has the response been since you've been there? I mean, you mentioned that folks have been pretty receptive, but I would think that in having an opportunity to have fiber buried into your house, I know personally how much fiber helps when it comes to internet.
Yeah.
And especially for those of us who use it every day. You and I are communicating on the internet right now.
Correct.
So we need something that is very reliable. And that's what we're talking about here.
Correct.
Service Master Restore by Schmader knows it can be hard to get things back to normal when you've suffered serious property damage due to flooding, fire, or smoke, and that can oftentimes lead to mold. And you may be left with all sorts of questions about how to get your home or business back to normal. It's easy. You give Cindy Schmader a call with Service Master Restore by Schmader. Her phone number, 402-339-9911. Primrose Retirement Community in Council Bluffs believes home should be a place of comfort, connection, and care. From personalized support to engaging daily activities, everything they do is designed to help residents live fully and confidently. At Primrose, that's their priority, to put the quality of their residents' care and daily needs at the top of their list each day and every day. It's not just about where you live, it's about how you live. Learn more about life at Primrose by going to primroseretirement.com, and then contact Jamie Bush at Primrose and discover a place that truly puts people first.
It is. I think the number one barrier for people is they think we're going to come in and tear up their yards. There's going to be a great big ditch through your flower garden, and it's not like that. I would encourage people, because I think that thing seems to be the thing that stops people, is I don't want anyone in my yard during that process. And I understand that. I'm pretty picky about my yard too, so I get it. But people who are concerned about that, I would encourage them to drive through the city of Underwood and see if you can tell where we buried fiber in those yards. You cannot. It's typically bored, it's under the ground, and we have really great staff who walk customers through that process so they understand exactly where it's coming in their yard. We talk about obstacles or what that's going to look like. And so that would be the number one barrier, I think. And even if you're not sure about it, we're gonna be in Crescent again tonight going door to door, but if you see our staff over there, stop them and ask them about the process, what it looks like. Um, and also, this is a big thing for us in that you can take the free fiber, but you don't need to hook up to it later if you don't want to. But consider one day you might sell that home. And what's
Hmm.
one of the first things that people are asking their realtor? Well, what's the internet connection like in Crescent? And if you have taken that free fiber, even though you haven't connected to it, and you sell your home, that next person has access to fiber immediately. And so we really
That's
encourage
actually
that.
really big, Rachel.
Mhm.
I wouldn't have even guessed that you can do this without signing a contract in order to have the actual internet service.
Yeah,
You're just looking for permission to put the fiber attached to the house.
correct. That's all we're asking for. And then you get to make those decisions later on. And I'm glad that you talked about the contract part because there aren't contracts. We don't make you sign a contract. If you come to our service and you try it for 2 months and you don't like it, you just call us and say, "Hey, I don't like it," and we will prorate your service to the day. You're not required to keep it. I think there are big things like that that differentiate us from the big carriers. The other thing is we're real, we're here, we live in your communities. If you have issues, we're going to help you, and we're going to help you in the next day. So those are big selling points for us.
That's also one of the things that we do here, and I'm glad to hear you say that because what I tell people, because they ask me all the time if they're coming in to have us produce their podcast or they're coming in as a sponsor on the show, well, what's the contract? How long do I have to do this? And no, it's month to month.
Right.
If this is not working for you,
Hmm.
then why would I want some contract to keep you there? And then you're just going to get more and more angry with me.
Exactly.
So but at the same time, I'm fairly confident in myself, and I know that you are confident in what you do. That yeah, we can earn your business.
Yes.
We don't need a contract to hold you to it.
Right. And I think that, we have, we're reaching that 4,000, 4,500 customer mark. And I think that's a large testimony to how we treat our customers, honestly. We've been doing it for 126
Yeah.
years, so we know what we're doing. Um, yeah, I think there's a great misconception that it's going to cost you something to get it right now. It's not going to cost you anything. If next summer you come back and say, I really wish I had done that last summer, it's probably going to be a charge to do it because we hire a contracting crew and to get them to come back for onesies, twosies is very
Mhm.
expensive to us. And so we strongly, I wish I had a penny for every time someone called and said, I really wish I'd done that when you were there. I wouldn't need to be here working. I could
So,
retire. Mhm.
so folks that this is available to right now, is it inside the Crescent City limits? Where are you putting that
Yeah,
program?
it is inside the Crescent City limits. Last year, we built almost the entire, I say built, we buried fiber almost from the outskirts of Underwood, all through the rural to the edges of Crescent. And so we have that part done. So it's within the city limits right now. It's really encouraging to hear the excitement of people that we are coming and, their country neighbors have had it for a while and now they want it too. And so it is encouraging to hear that. But I definitely understand the concerns people have because I would have them too, right? Um, we are well, we our closest office to Crescent is probably Walnut. And so if you're not familiar with us, I definitely understand that. But I would encourage you to talk to your friends in the country, talk to the people in Underwood. I think our service and the customers we have speak for us.
With uh, with this fiber, Now, I can speak for myself because I know the difference between having fiber versus having just going over a cell signal or cable or the old telephone lines.
Hmm.
But what advantage do homeowners have by having fiber coming into their home to service their internet?
Yeah. Uh, your speeds are going to be a lot faster. You're not going to see the buffering that you might get on some of the other services. It's a one-to-one service too. So you're not sharing with your neighbors. You have that fiber connection between you and us. It's a lot faster. People who are doing classes from home or work from home or, believe it or not, game from home
Sure.
for a hobby or professionally, that service is going to be you can't compare it to any of the service providers or anything like that. It's not going to get slow or bogged down. I think also the other thing is we're not impacted by storms unless the power goes out or something like that. But everything is buried and it's underground, and it not only delivers the internet, but you can get television and telephone with us too if you want to.
Yeah,
Um,
that's well, and most of the television programming, all the popular ones are on streaming services
right.
now. So
Yeah.
if you want to watch a Taylor Sheridan show or you'll want any of the things, it's not coming in over your over
Mhm.
your digital
Right.
antenna for your television.
Yeah.
You need to have a way to be able to stream this, and
Yeah.
especially if you have more than one person in the house, right?
Yeah.
Because you might have kids upstairs that are gaming, and
Yep.
you want to be able to watch whatever streaming service it is. Yeah,
Exactly.
when Netflix actually pays me to be on the show, I'll say their name, but until then,
Yes.
I'm going to
You're
skip over
right.
that.
Interestingly to us, as the big ticket sports programming gets
Hmm.
transferred to, for example, the NFL played some of their games on Amazon or Netflix last year. It is crazy to me how much bandwidth consumption that just residential users start using once those games transition to the internet. It's crazy the amount of subscribers you see streaming those games. And so I think um, as time evolves, you're going to see more and more of that. I'm curious to see if college sports will go that way. That's another huge,
It
you
will.
know, consumption
It'll
of
get there. It'll
bandwidth.
get there.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I think that it's a good point, right? A lot of your television is streamed now, and we notice those trends. You can tell when a fight went online or a football game went online. It's interesting to look at the back end of that and go, wow,
Yeah.
people
There
were
was,
really watching
well,
that.
there were some cases that I'd heard that people, the fight that you talked about, people wanted to see it. And there was that on Netflix. I think that
It
one was.
was.
And so many people, it was just buffering for them. It was just sitting there
Yes.
not doing anything.
Mhm.
And Netflix was just overwhelmed with
Yeah.
calls. And I'm sure you probably were too.
Yeah, right. And it's an interesting point, right? Because Netflix, I don't think they anticipated the volume that they were going to get of people watching that, and they had not prepared for that. And so the issue wasn't on our end, it was on Netflix's end. But I mean, it's a good indication of, it's a good example
Yeah.
of where the traffic's going. And so it's interesting to see, but I just think it will increase more and more. I think a reliable internet working from home is a big deal too. If somebody cuts a fiber when they're out doing something, you know instantly, because those people that work from home, they are on that phone instantly to us. And so it's a big deal, more than I think we ever anticipated, that so many people would be working from home now, but they are.
You know, your home for all natural health solutions in Southwest Iowa is Bambi's Green Acres Natural Market. Serving the area since 1997, Bambi is located at 805 South Main Street in Council Bluffs and has a wide selection of vitamins, supplements, essential oils, herbal remedies, and a lot more. Staffed with over 37 years of experience, Bambi is putting health back in your hands. Explore your wellness options online at bambisgreenacres.com. I'm of the generation, I remember back when, right after I graduated high school, was about the time that Prodigy came online. And when you logged on to get on the internet, and there wasn't that much out there, it was like making a long distance phone call over a hard line.
Yeah.
And then Net Zero, do you remember that one? That, oh, finally you can have the internet for no money. And then they started charging for it.
Yeah.
So we've come so far.
We have.
From the 28.8 modem to where we're at today.
Yeah.
And we're just we depend on it. We have to have it. My entire existence is online. And without it, my business shuts down.
Yeah.
So it is critical.
Mm-hmm. So we're just asking, the residents of Crescent, give us a chance. We'll earn your business, like you said. I think probably the number one compliment I hear is that if I have a problem, if I have a billing question, I call and you answer that phone. You just can't trade that right now, right? We've all been on the phone with Microsoft or calling the doctor, and you have to go through so many prompts to get a person. I think that's where we run circles around anyone else providing service, that's what we hang our head on, honestly.
Oh, you talk about going through all of the different prompts, and they give me an entire list, and none of them match what I think it is that I need to do. So I'm just guessing. And usually when I finally get to a live person, they say, oh, that's not my department, and you need to go to this one. And can you transfer me? Well, no, I can't do that from here. You need to call this number.
I know,
right back where I started. So yes, customer service, if you can call, and I have other clients that one's in the trades and he has people right there answering the phone. It's important.
It is important.
And that's a differentiator, isn't it? That
it is. It is a big deal. Yeah. And it's always, I think it's interesting being the boss, right? You always hear from the people that are not happy. But I tell you what, I get so many emails or compliments to our Facebook page about our employees. And we're people just like you. We live in the communities. We want to provide good things to you. It's important to us. It's important to our board. And I'm just excited that they said, hey, let's go to Crescent. Let's do that now. And kudos to the city of Crescent. They have been really wonderful to work with for us, and we're just excited to get started. And if you have an opportunity, take the fiber for free.
What's the best way to get signed up, or even to get more information? What's the best way to do that?
So on April 23rd from 3:30 to 6:30, we are going to be at Sugar Mountain in Crescent, which was the old donut spot. And so our staff will be there to answer any of your questions. They can sign you up. They can talk you through the process. Or you can go to our website, which is the www.metc.net. You can sign up on there, or you can call our office. It's 712-764-6161. But if you see our trucks out and about in Crescent, you can stop them and ask them too. The guys know all about the whole entire process. So
the fact that you can do that, Rachel, and you talk too about getting the feedback when someone calls and talks to someone there on your staff. Listen, that comes from the top down. That environment and that type of culture that you have created, that's where it's at. And you've done a great job of putting your team together, making sure the right people are in the right place. So I wanted to say kudos to you for putting all of that together and making sure that we know what Marne Elkhorn Communications stands for. We know what we want to put out there into the world, and we're going to make sure that our staff is all on board with that, and you've done a great job with that.
Yeah, we appreciate that. Thank you. They are a great group of people to work with and for, so yeah, thank you.
She is Rachel Hamilton, and she is the CEO at Marne Elkhorn Communications. METC.net is the website to learn more about, if you're inside of Crescent, now is the time to get that free fiber laid to your house, even if you don't use it. I'm still shocked by that you're not even requiring them to sign up. We just want to run the fiber. That's amazing. Right. So thanks for your time.
Yeah.
And thanks for all the hard work you're out there doing.
We appreciate it, and thanks for your time. See you in person next time, maybe.
Perfect. Thank you.